Greetings, the Verbal Vinyl channel.
Police Department is now claiming that Lil
Full
Baby
from Hip Hop Center, Lil
for a
Baby.
couple of teenagers' murders. I'm going to play the press conference that just
Whatch.
went down in Atlanta. Then I'm going to give you a lot more of the backstory. Be sure to hit the top line of the description for our sponsor as well. Let's get into this.
For the investigation aspect of this, Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life. Gang violence that was orchestrated by adults in our city, and cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions.
All right, so last year, Lil Baby did a music video out in Northwest Atlanta, and the cops are pretty much saying, as a result of him going to gang rival territory, he started a war that took the lives of a couple of people. Here's a little bit of footage of him right before this went down last year in May.
There he go. Y'all see him? He came to get him some tacos, baby. Y'all better pull up, cause you already know how we doing this type of tacos, baby. Pull up, baby. Lil Baby just pulled up on us. You know, we doing it big around this mug.
So seconds after that video last May, shots rang out, which led to a man actually being shot. Lil Baby was not injured at all. So the police are essentially saying, to break this down for you, they're pretty much saying that you're antagonizing, you're instigating a war by going into rival gang territory and causing this to happen. Now, will the police be coming after Lil Baby? He needs to be very, very careful, because if you remember, around the time that Young Thug was being swept up in the whole Rico thing that he since beat, right? Not beat, but he pleaded, he got off the hook for it. He ain't in prison for life. Ever since then,
Hip
it's been
Hop
rumors
Uncensored, y'all. Fair
about Lil
is
Baby
big
being looked at.
ups.
And best believe that the feds and the police are hot on his trail. And this is just a warning to Lil Baby. They're watching you. They understand street politics. They understand what's going on. And they feel like you're keeping things going. With your influence and your power, you necessarily probably can't stop it, but they don't want you instigating this and kids being killed in the streets. Now, I'm not the one to ever tell someone, how to feed your family. I'm not the one that's going to ever tell you how to, protect yourself, because I understand that these guys are in the trenches. But Lil Baby is removed at this point. And this is no slight against him, because I don't know his circumstance. I don't know his life. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, I always talk about elevation. I always talk about a rapper, yeah, you might have came for that environment. You may have had friends in that, but you got to remove yourself from that shit. And you can't keep things going. Look at Lil Durk, prime example of someone who was knee deep. Now, again, he's always presumed innocent until guilty, because we don't F with the law like that. We ain't trying to help the law, nothing like that. But at the end of the day, his circumstance looks very bleak right now, because it appears that he was still, very much in that lifestyle. And they're going to try to prove that in court. And I'm about elevation. I'm about it, and I think you've seen it. And you see it with some of these rappers at a point in time, whether they get 30, 31, 32. Once they start to get to their mid 30s, some of them, they begin to understand that a lot of the havoc and a lot of the things that they cause, has a residual effect, and it's the youth is being affected. And this is a prime example. If this is the truth, what they're saying, obviously we know he did the video, where he did the video at. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know Atlanta gang politics, because I don't. And I'm not into that. You feel me? But just from doing some research, I understand what's going on. I'm not stupid. I mean, we all can see. We all know, certain things are just universal. So that's what the police are doing. And I don't know if they're going to go after him criminally or try to link him to something, but whatever. Here'll be my warning. If he